The smartest dumb people. I'm here with my nigga, that dude Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the smartest dumb people.
See, man, when you get that type of money, he clearly sleeping with other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city of
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, sprinkle it.
That's how I'm living on Tupac. You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat that you into it.
But I also met
Team, they know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have
More than enough female.
make sure, I want to tell you like Snoop Dogg, he's an icon in all facets of life.
Most biggest icon in the world.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like women.
not no more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip, a little monster.
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on the students and everybody. Carl.
I'm trying to find.
It is what it is.
Finally, we went to Mariah the Pimp.
There's two cats. No, you can hustle in many ways. There's two cats in high school.
This is the coldest fucking thing that's going on the wall. These the realest niggas out
Yeah, you
there.
already know.
Like, for real. Like, this.
God, I go off of the mentality of the woman, and I know if I know my woman.
Smart dummy!
Let's go.
Yo.
Welcome. This is the smartest dumb people, and I'm the host, Anthony, that dude Johnson. And always is gonna be somebody at the table with me. It just happened to be my brother, my sister. Yo, welcome to the show, Queen. The host to Say Something Sunday. Welcome to the show, King. LV the Great, my brother, that just come fuck off with me, but on the show, but not on the show. I don't know if you're on the show.
Pause.
What's up, y'all? It's Friday. Freestyle Friday! Make sure you like and share. Make sure you like and share, man. We got a dope show. Yo, she got a show this Sunday. Where y'all been at,
Make
Yo?
sure y'all tune in.
Where?
So actually, we had to take a hiatus because Treese was battling some health issues, so we had to step back, give her time to heal and do stuff like that. But we back Sunday with Christina Nance. And she is a native Omahan, and she wrote 2 books. And one is actually a journal about how to work through your traumatic experiences and stuff like that. So on Sunday, we're going to be talking about a lot of issues with like toxic friendships, relationships, family relationships.
Can I come to that show?
Yeah, and we're gonna have Leland as a guest. So
Can I come to that show?
So he'll be on Sunday.
Look,
make sure
Look,
you're.
I think Christina's like a therapist or some shit like that. Is she
Well,
not?
she does a lot of work like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
But I want to say this before
according,
we go any further. Shout out to my sister Treese, our sister Treese. We praying for you, sis. Get healthy. You know where we at. We appreciate you. We just was, taking time and making sure that she's straight before we did a show. But Yo got some guests that want to come through, so we're starting to Say Something Sunday back up this Sunday, and she is missing her co-host Treese. We just waiting for everything to clear. Yeah, so LB gonna come through and kick it with him.
I'm gonna take her. She took my spot a couple of times, so I'm gonna hold her down.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna hold her down. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least for the because I need some therapy. John.
Yeah, I think that'd be good for you to come, Leland, because Christina is very easy to talk to, and I think she'll be able to help you with a couple of things you've been struggling with.
You want to elaborate? Hold on, you want to elaborate?
Bullshit, I don't know.
Hold on, you want to elaborate?
I don't know.
What you talking about?
I don't know if you're struggling or not. I'll just bullshit with you though.
All right, so let's start. Hey, how was y'all week, man?
So my week was a little bit sticky. So I had a couple issues at work with a couple of my buddies who did not qualify for our company bonus. So no matter if you in housekeeping or working in the kitchen, or all the way up to the top with directors and all that stuff, everybody is eligible to get a bonus. So if you get excellent on your performance appraisal, they'll give you $3,000. If you get outstanding, you get $4,000, and it doesn't matter what department you work in.
No shit.
So one of my buddies, but you have to have been working there for at least a year. So I haven't been working there a year, so I don't qualify. But one of my buddies had been working there for like 5-6 years, and you know, they tried to give her like an unsuccessful and stuff. So we kind of rallied around her. Well, actually 3 or 4 of my buddies. So we had kind of, you know, constructed a little plan, you know,
like
to complain, make some noise. Oh, we pay a union. So before we go to the union, you know, there's steps we got to follow and make sure that our voices and complaints are heard. And then if they're ignored, then we go to the union. And then if the union can't help you, then you sue. So we got, you know, some resolve today for one of my buddies, so I'm happy for her. So she'll at least be able to get that $3,000.
I know that's right.
Well, so y'all rally. So
I don't want to stay on her job. I don't want to stay on her job. This is
No,
how was your week?
How was your week?
How was your week?
I don't even got a week, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even operate within this spectrum of this realm. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise than that, man, my week been cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Just another black man caught up in the mix.
All right. So, matter of fact, I want to say this. My homegirl hit me up and said, Leland looked loaded on the last show.
Who said that?
We'll talk.
Oh, well, put a name on it to it. You lying then? I don't believe you.
I said we was loaded.
Unless you can say who it is, I don't believe it.
All right. So, my week is Groundhog Day. It's holiday season. If anybody's seen on my storyline, you know, we did about 400 packages. That's a lot, man.
In a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's basically seeing almost 400 customers.
Wow.
But with just 2 people running the store. I got Stink in the store tomorrow. Can't wait. It'll be three people in the store tomorrow. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. This shipping shit is not for everybody. You know, you gotta really, you know, I kind of had to get on my coworker today because she kind of, and I'm like, you gotta move. Like, this shit don't stop.
Right.
The slower we are, the more people that's gonna be in this motherfucker.
We're gonna be back to hell up.
Yeah. So
I mean, she might get paid by the quality.
shout out to her, man. Shout out to her, man. I love her to death,
Quality.
man. She good people, man. We got a good little rapport at my store right now, and it's going great. And I love my store. I got my daughter in there working with daddy side by side on occasion. I got a good employee, man. This shit, I couldn't ask for a better position I'm in right now. So let's start the show, man. Gunna. Yeah, what's his name? Young Gunna, or is it just Gunna? I think it's just Gunna. Gunna comes out finally after the RICO charge. He literally has a RICO charge, and everybody knows about the RICO charges. When it comes to RICO charges, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna do some real hard time. This is some Irv Gotti type shit. This is some all of the great mafias, the organized crimes. That's what it's literally set up for. It's set up for people that are involved in organized crime. And from I think it was over 250 casualties or some shit like that with all of the YSL gang members that was involved.
250 deaths?
Yes. That ain't shit. Motherfuckers do that in Chicago a day. That ain't shit.
No, man. Hell no, man.
All right, so let's watch the clip.
Not tied.
Tied. So let's watch the clip of Young Thug and Gunna going through the little court trials, and Gunna finally, he's definitely testifying. This is the actual clip. We'll be right back with y'all. Make sure you like and share.
To Mr. Williams' home was unlawful, and therefore everything in that home could not be taken, should have been suppressed and returned to Mr. Williams.
The marijuana's over here, that's fine, but he didn't suppress the other stuff. We can still use it. That's not the way I interpret this particular scenario and interpret the law related to search and seizure of this particular item.
And Williams did get some good news tonight. The judge will not allow that phone to be admissible for evidence in his upcoming trial. As for that trial, it's set to start next month.
arguing that
In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
In court,
Why the offer plea, Gunna?
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
to Mr. Williams' home was unlawful.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man, of what's going on right now with the YSL gang and all of the RICO charges.
He said YSL gang.
YSL gang, that's their name.
I thought it was YSL record label, and then she said, and a gang.
So YSL is a
gang.
record label.
No, it's a gang. It's a gang first that turned into a record label. Let's be clear here. YSL has been around before they were rappers.
Okay.
And then they got famous and made a little money, and they called it YSL
So
record label.
you've been around before Smart as Dumb People, but now if you start Smart as Dumb People, do that mean that it will be a gang because of your previous behavior?
All right, so I could say this show is Vietnam, nigga. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, if I was in a gang before the Smartest Dumb People was popping or ever a thing, and then I bring the gang into the Smartest Dumb People, then the Smartest Dumb People is a gang too. I don't gang bang anymore. So it's not a thing. I'm not a gang member. But just go home and
so
I'm trying to understand. YSL is a gang.
No.
And a record label.
You can't be both.
Okay, because when
Death Row was a
when
gang.
the lawyer was
Death Row
saying,
was
she
it.
said, she was asking Gunna these questions. She said, YSL record label and a gang. Is that correct? He said, yes, ma'am. So she's trying to say YSL record label is just a record label, but it also was a gang. And he said, yes, it was.
But why? There's a reason. I believe why.
Why?
And so my angle is that we should be real careful on why this man pled to this shit. We should really figure out on why these motherfuckers is really indicted. Music is involved in this.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that they were saying in the rap songs.
Okay.
Right. So music is involved in this, right? Which is why she emphasized.
Wow.
At that point in moment, YSL is a record label, but it's also a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
So that they now have on record that they can tie in all that this rap music that violates.
Shouldn't his lawyer been smart enough to be like, no, don't say no.
What she's trying to get Gunna off, not Young Thug.
Well, the thing is this, is that the shit is precedented. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same way, say for example, they can no longer talk to the passenger. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a case before a case that went before a case before this becomes a thing.
So it's a snowball effect.
So, right. So now this case could possibly become the case to where
that ties in all the other cases.
All the music, anything that you say in your music can be used against you.
So what do
in
you
the
think he
court
should
of
have
law.
did?
Who?
Gunna. Should he have kept his fucking mouth closed?
I honestly, now again, it depends. Now if these young men is cornered in on some bullshit ass government and they know they can't get out, okay.
I mean, they gotta listen. They on private jets. They flashing money.
No,
Get the highest paid motherfuckers. I would have gave my whole bank account to a lawyer.
Whoa. This is the same government now. Cause hold on, this is whatever Gunna or Young Thugger or whatever their name is versus the United States of America. I want you to understand that. This isn't Leland Vaughn versus Anthony the Dude Johnson. This is those individuals, and you know who they are going and saying that they committed a crime against the United States of America. That's who is saying that these people violated them. Not me, not you. So we have to understand what we're looking at. This ain't no Mickey Mouse shit, nigga down here over the courthouse. We talking about the United States government is saying they did this shit.
Okay, that's a fact.
And
they control everything.
But they also using music. So, do you have a right to speak? Which is why I wanted him to play the TikTok, because you said that should nobody get fired over freedom of speech. Rapping is freedom of speech.
It is freedom of speech, but what happens is if you implicate several murders that actually come into light, then you basically have put into freedom of speech evidence against yourself, even though it's freedom of speech. But your dumbass basically said where some of these motherfucking bodies was murdered, how they was buried, and where you can find the motherfuckers, because like you said, it does involve a lot of music. And if it wasn't for these motherfuckers just wanting to at the mouth, then they wouldn't have found half the bodies they found if they didn't have a rap connoisseur in the CIA, in the FBI, at the local police department. Listen to this.
So now you're talking about that. There are, would you say, black individuals?
I wouldn't say black. I would say rap connoisseurs, and that's all colored people.
Right. Okay. But now, all the, we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole. But I feel what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I understand. We on the same thing. But again, you know what I'm saying? So we can no longer rap about anything.
No, they took those rights away. Those rights is gone.
Do you want them to?
All right, it's no different than a painter. Let me break it down like this. It's no different than a painter. We talk about we can no longer rap. It's no different than a painter that will paint a masterpiece of somebody like slit throat and like laying in a closet. Are we going to hold them to a standard of this is just art? You know, like I'm telling you, I recanted my statement after me and you.
The thing is, if you painted a picture of an MF completely murdered the way you murdered them, with clues in the art of where you can find this body that look just like this, it's like playing Blue's Clues. Have you ever watched that bullshit? Now, if expression of art is your prerogative, If something in your subconscious is making you paint this shit, putting clues in the painting where somebody could find a motherfucker you killed, strung up, hung like this, in the same clothes you painting, they go find them, but you're the painter, and they implicate you in this murder. Only you can say if you killed the motherfucker or not, if they don't find your fingerprints or DNA on the body. You see what I'm saying? So they can rap about it all they want to, but if your DNA is found on some of this shit,
so do you think
Rico,
rap lyrics should?
There go your Rico case.
Do you think rap lyrics should be
used
held
in the court of law?
Do you think that, Yo-Yo?
Yes.
Okay. So, which I want, but we ain't got. But do you think that?
Remember, I told you that Jeezy's not living the life he rap about anymore. And I feel like I was looking at, when I was speaking on Jeezy's situation, I was looking at it from the standpoint of, like, we're not teaching our kids anything, and these kids believe these niggas is really these guys.
Okay, so listen, so as Skia said, you have freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want in front of the mic and cam, but just like you have freedom of conscience as well. If the art comes out first, then the art comes out first. But, I mean, you could definitely implicate yourself in some criminal acts, and your ass will be going to jail.
I think that's what drill rap did to society. It made niggas want to really...
Drill rap didn't do shit to society.
Ronald Green said, Leland, you got your smart winter hat on tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, that's my nigga, man. That's my big bro, man.
But
Good
Rodrigo said,
Good
2
God.
Live Crew, prime example of
Prime
that.
example. Because before 2 Live Crew, you know what I'm saying? There was no laws, which what I was going back to, that this case could be the law that determined can lyrics be used against you.
So it's a higher...
That's what
Yes.
Rodrigo, thanks for bringing that out. 2 Live Crew, perfect example.
They put the explicit label on because of that.
Because of that. And so that case opened up rap music to where it's at now.
And now they're trying to shut it back down? Or are they trying to use it as a tool, just like the black community?
It's a tool.
It's a tool to hurt the black community, to take these millionaires off the street that's helping pay family. No, listen. No, I kind of like the conspiracy story. No, come on. No, I want to say this. It kind of makes sense now. They're still taking millionaires off the street. They're still taking entrepreneurs off the street.
Jessica Powell says speech content is always being scrutinized.
But, all right, so are they taking...
They ain't taking... Listen. They are not taking... They are, but
all right,
they're not.
It's no different than Terrence Crawford. If they took Terrence Crawford off the street right now, right? He ain't did shit, but I'm saying if they did, he feeds a lot of families. He brings a lot of income to Omaha, Nebraska alone. He just had a fight.
He brings a lot of income to Omaha, Nebraska. A lot of people talk shit about him because they feel like he's not doing enough for his own people or for his own community. I have to rebut that for the simple fact there's no way in hell this man then won 39 fights, but last weekend was the first fight he ever made $10 million. Do you know by Tyson's 5th fight, Floyd's 5th fight, Holyfield's 5th fight, them motherfuckers was banking 35 million, 40 million.
And this is before
Hold on, you said Holyfield?
After the 5th fight.
Okay.
So 39 fights. And this is the first time he made $10 million.
That's a heavy list. You naming off a heavy list. That's a heavy list. But
Ms. Powell said it's a damning tool. And that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it is really going to affect us more if they make that a law, because there are rappers that feed
You want
community.
that shit out the music, right?
No. Like Nipsey Hussle.
Do we want that shit out the music?
Nipsey Hussle fed a lot of people. Created a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people, his motivation and his rap lyrics motivated motherfuckers to become entrepreneurs. entrepreneurs.
What about
that's my new word. Entrepreneurs.
What about self-destruction?
Yeah, headed for self-destruction. Yeah. No, I missed that music. You're headed for self-destruction. I missed that music.
That didn't move nobody to do shit. Crime still at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't trying to hear this shit, man. We ain't trying to hear this shit. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Shit is gonna happen. That's just period. You know what I'm saying? And so we veering off a little bit.
We are.
But okay.
We are.
Let's get to the next topic. There's 4 nurses that was fired. Let's get to the next topic. Fuck it.
I wanted another
self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. If y'all know about that, y'all better go check that shit out. That was one of the most. That was like the we are the world.
Oh, yeah,
we are the children. We are the ones to make a better. That's when they put all the superstars together and put a rap album, a rap song. Yeah. All right, so let's get to the next topic, and let's segue where we're talking about having a freedom of speech. Okay. So 4 nurses was fired because TikTok started this what icks you, and then the nurses decided to do the same thing, and they basically was bringing up what icks them about patients. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
What? My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands.
Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain with just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push a call light, but every 5 minutes, your family member coming at the front desk asking for something else. Excuse me, can I have a blanket?
Another ick, when you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh, no.
Ick.
See that. It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
That's fucked up.
All right, so that's the actual video, man. And the nurses was actually let go from their jobs for those comments. And I feel like social media and TikTok in this new world we're living in is giving people a chance to have a voice. And I think that they should really reconsider social media should become a platform for outside of work. I really believe this. You should have freedom of speech. Even the conversations we have tonight, nobody's job should be in danger or anything like that. This is just friends sitting around, chopping it up. It's locker room talk.
So back, go ahead, man.
I was just going to say, I don't think they should have been fired. First of all, they had no patient information in this
HIPAA shit broken.
video. The HIPAA was not violated. So that's just basically, a regulation in healthcare that you can't put people's names, date of birth, social security number, address, phone number out there. And they never did that. They're just testifying to the fuckery that happens at the hospital. Mm-hmm. And it happens every day. And I'm just like, you going, like she said, he going to her room to watch the baby be born, then he go back over here. And that shit happening more and more. What?
What if, hold on.
She didn't say any names.
Yes, ma'am, I understand that. So what if your son was in Saints? Because, why not? We ain't personalizing, we just generalizing.
Somebody said ignore personal stuff.
And so if your son was at St. Joe, right? And he was going back and forth. He got 2 women pregnant at the same time. He going back and forth, right? Then come Monday, you see the nurse that was assisting your son on here talking about ick. Nigga running back and forth between baby mamas talking. You on fire.
You would spaz out.
You on fire because you going to be like, oh, hell no. I know that she's not talking about me.
But you know what? I'm taking it personal, though. Because The only way anybody would know that was me or my son is if I said something. And I shouldn't even be taking that shit personal. Because they didn't see that shit time and time again, whether it was my son or not.
Right. But, so that means that whoever know or recognize them nurses and they was in that scenario,
They feel like they
you're
talking
about me. And now you are making a shame of me. And now I have came of public humiliation.
How can you be public humiliation? Don't nobody know it was you.
Because I know that you are insinuating me.
That's a personal problem. And then you could civilly sue that nurse, but she gonna win because she never said your name.
That's a
She
fact.
never gave none of your personal information to the public.
Okay. So
if you want to go up there and beat the bitch up, you got the right, because she's talking about you. But she should have been fired for that.
What about
when we talk about grounds for firing people? There are no grounds in that video.
Okay. So now you take it that video was seen millions of times, right? Hundreds of thousands of times. So what about
Askia said they made a shame of the hospital. They were unprofessional.
I don't know. That's not the call I'm making. I'm calling, what about the motherfucker who have two women pregnant at the same time that have to go to that hospital and them nurses is still there? And they have been viewed millions of times. Not only on this show, which they probably get 10 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just the fact that those nurses being able to stay on when you're going to have people in those situations, they probably fucked it up for, maybe you have people that are mentally ill that will take this shit as a gripe and won't even go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just look at shit just on the surface.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit could be, it's the same way, and not to tie the two, but it's the same way when people ask, well, why women don't step forward and say that they was violated. And they say, because we feel like that
nobody will listen. Or
that people will think that we lying. And you still see that culture live today. You know what I'm saying?
That is very valid.
And motherfuckers
That's
will be
very
like,
valid.
and so it's the same thing.
That's valid, and that's just what I was saying. The exposure of the hospital and the level of the unprofessionalism of these nurses, bam, that's grounds for dismissal.
Right.
All right, so, hey, I gotta put so what the nurses did.
That one did.
Time out. Let me tell y'all what the nurses did. Let me show y'all what the.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
So basically, the nurses fucked around and found out. This is
Fucked around and found out that you just can't say what the fuck you. So I guess Kanye saying the shit. I guess somebody taking a billionaire out from being a billionaire in days. Ain't nobody learned from that.
Yeah,
so Kanye.
That's a
so
fact.
you can't say what the fuck you want to
say unless you broke.
Contrary to the belief that you can, according to the, is it the first? What right
First
is that?
Amendment.
Is that the First Amendment?
Thou shalt not kill is the First Amendment, actually.
What you talking about? The Bible, that ain't got. and that ain't.
Thou shalt not kill is in the Bible, is it? I mean, I'm going to.
It is in the Ten Commandments.
In the Ten Commandments. Okay.
What's the Ten Commandments?
The Ten Commandments is the rights to bear arms, freedom of speech. Thou
playing, y'all.
I'm not playing. I'm dead.
That ain't the Ten Commandments.
Welcome to the Smartest Dumb People. Make sure you like and share. Somebody break down the Ten Commandments to me then. Since we're in a room full of 2 college graduates.
The Ten Commandments is biblical.
What are they?
Biblical, and there's no Ten Commandments. It's 600 and I believe 31 laws, statutes, and commandments. There's no 10. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. But the Ten Commandments is definitely different from your rights.
This dude's drunk. I ain't drunk yet. I'm a little tipsy. Let's go to the next topic. Mother.
What was the topic we just did?
We did the nurses, and I like what you said.
Okay.
You're right. They fucked around and found out. So we moving on to the
then you got to talk about the Ten Commandments. That was kind of trippy.
You brought up the Ten Commandments. I
didn't bring up no damn Ten Commandments. You got to talk about the Ten Commandments. I got to talk about the rights. What's that? What's going on there?
Oh no, that's just that's Ken.
What did he say?
Being Ken. I don't know. Let's get to the next topic.
What did he say?
I don't want to fuck around and find out.
He said this dude drunk.
Yeah.
Then he said, "Thou shalt not lie, commit adultery, steal, kill by Warmack."
He giving you the commandments.
Is it by Warmack or is that Bobby Warmack? Bobby Wool. Let's get to the next topic.
Bobby Woolmack.
Let's get to the next topic. All I know is Bobby Woolmack. I don't know that Woolmack he talking about. So a mother disciplines her child on social media. She goes Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and basically cuts her daughter hair because her daughter wasn't acting right in school. Yo, you definitely want to turn your phone up for this one. Okay. This is the clip. We'll be right back with you.
Come here. You're gonna learn today, girl. No physical discipline. Don't mom me. No. You had your warning. You had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit if you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom. The crazy thing is today, I had to do something that I really didn't want to do, but I had to do to teach my child a lesson. We try to be better than our parents, and I try really hard to be the best mother that I can be. Hi. Do you feel traumatized?
No.
Do you feel like I abused you?
No.
Do you feel like this form of discipline was a lot better than any other form of discipline, like physical abuse that I could have used?
Yes.
You know I love you, right?
Yes.
You know I got your back, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm doing right now is to make you a better person, right?
Yes.
How many times have I spoken to you about this?
A lot of times.
How many times have your teachers called me?
Multiple times.
How many times have you not handed in homework?
A few times.
How many times have you not listened? How many times have I told you when you're grounded not to do certain things and you're still doing them?
A lot of times.
Right. A lot of times, right? And I've been speaking to you about this for how long?
A year.
So today when I did what I did by cutting off your hair, you understand why I did it, right?
Yeah.
And you're learning from it, right?
Yeah.
And what did you learn?
I learned not to disrespect you and to listen to you.
And also?
And to do my homework.
You ever got your hand
hit that. All right, so that's the actual clip.
Same thing.
All right, so let me start by saying this. While watching the clip, Yo-Yo said the same thing I said when I originally came up with the clip and recorded the clip. She's disciplining her daughter, saying she's trying to be cute, she's not doing good in school, but at the same time had her daughter and herself with a filter on. See, what social media has created is we have these people trying to go viral for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, if you're going to do that, have your afro out, no eyelashes on, straight raw, which I would never do that because it's not right. And I discipline my child not in public. I discipline my child not. You would never see me post a video of me whooping my child or doing something degrading to my child. Now I make jokes about my daughter all the time on social media, but that's just the way I am. I make jokes. But I would never expose my child to social media in any vulnerable way that could hurt her or hurt me.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, if she'd have wore her hair natural, no eyelashes, no nothing, then it'd have been more successful.
No, I was saying, no, I was saying, I want to clear the air before we go any further. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. That we are living in a world to where this woman cut her hair off like she cared more about it. No, she was living in this moment to where she thinks she's degrading her daughter, and in the same sense, gave her and her daughter a filter. You can see
but you said, hold on, you still ain't clinked it now.
Now what I say?
You said that it'd have been better if they had just wore afro puff, regular hair.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean. I said.
But I'm not calling out the afro puff. Nothing racial. I know it wasn't nothing. I ain't saying nothing like that. So,
if she was her authentic self in the moment to where she was, it wouldn't have been right. I'm just saying how fucked up the mother was.
So that's what because with you saying that brings to what I think about the whole video. That is fake.
I agree.
That is not real.
I think that they were trying to go viral.
If that girl was sitting there at her age and that motherfucking woman was really chopping her hair, it would have been hell. It would have been fist to fire. That's any woman. I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. You fuck with a woman head and she's that age and she's 16, 15, 16, 17. You're not going to be able to do that. And then you're not going to be able to double back and then play some interview game. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you know mommy loves you? Don't you know mommy got your back? Don't you know mommy? Yeah. Wait a minute, bitch. First of all, I am so tired of the social media stunts. It is so
you think that video
fucked
fake?
Up, exhausting, sickening. Hell
you think that video fake?
Hell yes, fake.
I do too.
Hell yes, fake.
And so that's why I was calling out. So that's why I was calling out what you were saying, because if they wouldn't have did that, if the girl would have just had an afro on and been sitting there blinking like the one mildly diminished young lady that's on every fucking thing, if she'd have been able to say, "Bitch, what you talking about?" It'd have been no big deal. So when the young lady that they exploitation that can go, "Bitch, what you doing, bitch?" and they snatch their wig off and expose her bald head. But I'm not trying to be funny. It's funny, but because I'm just good.
So
you know what I'm talking about?
Listen, for me, when she said you value being cute over getting an education, here's my thing. The little girl is cute. You could shave her fucking head off.
Can you tell through the filter?
Oh, I could tell through the filter. My thing is, what the mother had to
That was a boy.
Well.
That was a little boy.
No, it wasn't.
And that was sitting there with a brush cut, that was sitting there saying, yes, mommy, with some blinking and shit.
My
and the
thing
mommy,
is,
a girl would have went
people
crazy.
have to understand.
I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
When they're trying to teach their child a lesson about always wanting to be pretty and wanting to be cute and thinking that's what's going to make you successful in life, they have to understand that that is not the ultimate goal, to make somebody go to school and look ugly, because that they'll fail to thrive if they don't feel good about themselves.
Yeah, that's actually the opposite. It's the opposite of what her mom
just because she didn't cut her hair off or gonna make her dress like this, it is not really giving her a valuable lesson that's gonna stick with her.
I can say this, and I'm living proof of that. When you in school and you don't validate yourself as far as in like you gotta go to school and you're wearing the same clothes from yesterday and you don't have the nicest shoes, you're not able to really focus. A lot of people aren't. It's not, I'm talking about 80s shit.
Oh, the bully.
Oh, yeah, hold on, time out.
I want to make a point.
Go ahead.
So all I did was make sure I gave my daughter all the tools from shoes, clothes, hair done, notebooks, pencils, everything to where she didn't have to worry about what she didn't have. She was not a part of the have-nots. My daughter did not have, so she was able to go to school and thrive. You're 100% right. It does have an impact on a child, and all she did in that situation was make her more insecure than she probably was already when putting on filters. You don't need a filter to just, man, that woman, it had to be fake because like I said, when I seen the mom.
I had to stop my daughter from using filters. She was sending me pictures. I said, is there a filter on this? She was like,
you know her, because you know her.
She was like, yeah. I was like, why are you using filters? What the fuck's the problem? I said, I mean, I know they on there, but I mean, you don't need a filter.
I wish I had a filter for my teeth. Like we could just put one right there on that camera, just right there. So whenever I do this, and my teeth just be perfect. Just right there, just on this camera, just right there on that camera, right there.
Listen,
for my teeth though.
Hey guys. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, Caucasians, listen, they got Say Something Sunday. LV and Yolanda gonna be in the building, the host of the smartest.
What time?
Say Something Sunday.
Let them know.
3 p.m.
Hey man, make sure y'all tap in.
LV gonna be acting a goddamn fool on here like always.
Tap in. We're gonna have Christina Nance, an Omaha native author. She's awesome. So make sure y'all tune in on Sunday at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we out.
I am not able to tame him on Sunday, but hopefully Yolanda can, because I can't wait to see this show. It's gonna be a good show. Make sure y'all tune in. Say
Sunday shows before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you done a Sunday show?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's good.
It was good. Most views ever.
Hey, no. Make sure y'all tap in. Say Something Sunday. This is the smartest dumb people. LV the Great. Yo in the building. Anthony Adu Johnson. Y'all have a great night.
Peace.
Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back for sure. Holla at us. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back for sure. Holla at us. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow